Coming up on Lindenwood News, a 9-year-old is in critical condition after being hit by a car. We will tell you what led up to the accident.
Plus, a jawbone was found in a rock collection. We will tell you who it belonged to.
And former First Lady Michelle Obama made an appearance in St. Louis. We will tell you why coming up.
Those stories and more ahead on Lindenwood News.
Welcome to this edition of Lindenwood News. I'm Jack Garner.
And I'm Rachel Goebel. A 9-year-old is in critical condition after being pinned between two cars in a hit-and-run crash. Police say the little boy was pinned after a crash on Sunday morning. The crash happened near the intersection of North Broadway and Harlan Avenue. Police say that the driver hit the other car, pinning the child between them. The driver ran from the scene, but then later turned himself in. At last check, the child is in critical but stable condition. The investigation is still ongoing.
One person is dead after a triple shooting in the Del Mar Loop. Police say multiple people were also hurt. St. Louis police said the shooting was reported around 2 Thursday morning in front of Pinup Bowl. Police say a man was shot in the chest and died at the scene. 2 women were also shot and taken to the hospital with injuries. Police say the women are in critical condition at the hospital. The homicide division is working on the investigation.
A man is in critical condition after his motorcycle went airborne and crashed into a median downtown. Authorities say a 53-year-old man is in the hospital after his motorcycle crashed near the Dome at the American Center in downtown early Monday morning. Authorities say that the incident occurred around 3 in the morning as the man was riding north on Luminaire Place. Emergency responders took the man to the hospital, where he is currently listed in critical yet stable condition. It's not known why the man lost control in the first place.
A St. Charles man accused of human trafficking is now charged with stealing from the VA. His wife is also charged with the crime. According to court documents, the man stole money from the United States Department of Veterans Affairs. The man and his wife are charged with 46 counts of theft of government funds. They are also charged with 1 count of government theft conspiracy after collecting tens of thousands of dollars in VA benefits. Last year, this man was charged with 2 other trafficking regarding forced labor.
A mother in Prescott, Arizona found a jawbone in her son's rock collection more than 2 decades ago, and now we finally know who it belongs to. Researchers say it belongs to a U.S. Marine captain. Years of studies finally proved that the jawbone belonged to Captain Everett Leland Yeager. Yeager died in a military training exercise in California in 1951. He was buried in Palmyra, Missouri soon after. Researchers have not yet been able to figure out how Yeager's jawbone got all the way to Arizona. That's over 150 miles from where he died. Researchers suspect that a bird likely carried it to where it is found in Arizona.
Straight ahead on Lindenwood News, a woman is found fatally shot on the campus of a university in Delaware. We'll tell you the latest.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
An 18-year-old woman has been found fatally shot on the campus of Delaware State University on Sunday. Police say the woman was found shot shortly before 2 a.m. in front of a freshman dorm. They say she was not a student of the college. The woman was rushed to a hospital where she was pronounced dead. Police have not released the woman's name. The campus announced that it would be closed to allow police to conduct a full investigation.
The hush money trial against former President Trump begins this week in New York. Trump is charged with 34 felony counts of falsifying business records in order to bury negative stories during the 2016 election. Opening statements were heard from the prosecution and defense. The trial also called its first witness the former National Enquirer publisher. Trump also faces being held in contempt of court and fines for violating his gag order over social media.
Did you know that college students can get amazing jobs with Red Bull? Lindenwood News reporter Isaac Isringhausen has a story.
Red Bull is one of the most popular energy drink companies in the world. What you might not know is they provide awesome job opportunities for college kids around the country. Most people know Red Bull as one of the most popular energy drinks out there, but what they might not know is that they offer jobs to students all the time.
Yeah, so I got started, I was a freshman at Lindenwood. I was in my first semester, and I was looking for a job. And this is actually kind of funny. I was sitting in a house party, and somebody came up to me, and they were like, hey, would you be interested in working for Red Bull? And I was like, what? And this is a true story. And yeah, they showed me the link, and I pretty much got started from there. So I ended up interviewing and got the job, and yeah.
Not only do they give these students good jobs, but they also give them incredible opportunities.
I go around to different events that the university holds, and I try to sample the students who might be interested in a can of Red Bull. It could be like going to study lounges at the library, the LARC, study lounges in the pavilion, things like that. Or I could go to like, there was this past solar eclipse event that I was able to sample at, or I could go to like Pi Phi that I was able to sample at too. Just any events around school that students are involved in that I could go around and sample cans of Red Bull too.
I would say the favorite part is like the connections that you make and the trips that you get to go on. So first of all, the connections is like, I've talked and met so many people within the position. A lot of like event vehicle people, which sounds kind of crazy, but it's true. People that just like drive a big truck and like DJ for a living within Red Bull, which is insane. I've also talked and met people like big up in the company. I met Daniel Ricciardo, who is an F1 driver, which is like nuts. Went to Nashville, the draft in Kansas City, just kind of like what we get to do and kind of how we get to market the brand. So,
For Lindenwood News, I'm Isaac Isringhausen.
A new pickleball facility is opening in Maryland Heights. The High Pickleball Club is planning to open in the fall. Anyone who plays pickleball can enjoy the 8 regulation-sized courts, players' lounge, and the locker rooms. There will also be a cross-training facility which will have electrotherapy, recovery, wellness, and sports medicine. When they open, you can make reservations on their app. The facility will be open in the fall for coaching, classes, and events.
Michelle Obama makes an appearance at Target store in South County to sign her newly released book. The former First Lady's book, called The Light We Carried, was released to a Target stores as a paperback. According to reports, she went undercover to a random Target store in St. Louis to sign these books last Friday. While there, she signed only 6 books, then continued shopping in the store. Although we were initially unaware of which store she went to, it has been confirmed it was the South County Target on Rusty Road.
Coming up on weather, we are due for some colder weather starting this week. I'll tell you to expect the higher temps.
When I was growing up, my mom was extremely tidy. We were trained to put things back where we got them from. One day, when I walked into my mom's house, I felt like I walked to someone else's house. There was stuff everywhere. And just growing up the way I grew up and to see this transition was very alarming.
When Sean talked to me, it was a wake-up call, and that's when I went to the doctor.
Welcome to weather. I am Brooklyn Szynski. In the Midwest, the temperatures are expected to drop as a cold front moves quickly towards the northeast. Periods of rain and gusty winds are expected as the cold front crosses the Great Lakes. Dry conditions and more wind will spread through parts of Colorado, Wyoming, and the Dakotas, causing critical wildfires to occur. Lastly, warmer weather is expected to hit the Midwest halfway through the week, but is accompanied by lasting rain and wind. As we take a look at our local forecast, it is 68 degrees in St. Charles and sunny. In St. Louis and Maryland Heights, it is only slightly warmer with 69 degrees and partly cloudy. Moving on, in O'Fallon and St. Peters, it is 68 degrees and sunny. Moving forward with our 5-day forecast, it is currently 58 degrees outside with clear skies. The high Wednesday will be 68 and sunny with a low 46 degrees. On Thursday, it will be a warmer with a high of 72 with partly cloudy skies and a low 46 degrees. On Friday, it is expected to start raining towards the morning and ending in the afternoon, with a high of 78 and a low 57. The weekend will warm back up to the 80-degree weather with a high of 81 degrees and a low of 66. On Saturday, it will be 82 degrees and the low will be 66. Wind is to be expected. That's all for weather. Isaac, what's happening in sports?
And we'll recap an exciting Lions baseball comeback in sports.
You've done the hard part. You quit smoking. Now do the easy part and get scanned for lung cancer. If you smoked, you may still be at risk, but early detection could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Remember the best planned 90 minutes of your life? Or that surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Welcome to sports. I'm Isaac Isringhausen. Lindenwood baseball lost 2 out of their 3-game series against Morehead State. The Lions trailed 6-2 going into the bottom of the 9th inning in Game 1. Ambrose Russo and Dawson Hocuff hit back-to-back home runs to cut the lead to 1. 2 batters later, Philip Sirota homered to give Lindenwood a 7-6 lead. Then Cam Edwards drove in Logan Stevens to add an insurance run to secure the 8-6 win for the Lions. The Lions would not keep the momentum going, losing 10-4 on Saturday and 14-13 on Sunday in extra innings. The Lions are now 13-26 on the season and 6-9 in OVC play. They return home on Friday for a 3-game series with Western Illinois. Lindenwood softball's 10-game winning streak comes to an end after getting swept by their in-state rival Southeast Missouri State over the weekend. The Lions were shut out in all 3 games against the Redhawks. In the first game of a doubleheader on Saturday, the Lions were only able to string together 4 hits, with Ireland West collecting 2 of them, and Dallas Darnell and Amanda Way each getting 1 as they lost 1-0. In the second game on Saturday, the Lions only managed 2 hits off the bat of Ashley Gerber as they fell to the Redhawks 4-0. On Sunday, the Lions were able to string together 6 hits as they lost to SEMO 1-0. The Lions are now 24-19 on the year and 12-9 in OVC play. They will be back for a 3-game series on Saturday when they take on UT Martin. The top-seeded Boston Celtics defeated the Miami Heat 114-94 in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals. St. Louis native Jason Tatum recorded a triple-double for the Celtics with 23 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists. The Heat were led in scoring by Bam Adebayo with 24 points and 6 rebounds. The Celtics lead the 7-game series, 1-0. That's all we have for sports. Rachel, back to you.
The dance program put on their final show of the 2023 to 2024 year last week. Here's Elaine with more.
1 week, Jay Scheidegger's seats will be filled as people watch the spring concert that the dance program has put on. From Wednesday, April 17th to Saturday, April 20th, people will be able to see 2 shows that will happen on days 1 and day 2. On the 17th and the 19th will be days 1, and on the 18th and the 20th will be day 2.
I am in 3 dances. 2 of them are modern and 1 of them is hip hop. This will be my 3rd. The work process, we started kind of around January and we've been going ever since. It's been great, like 2 times a week practices until now, which tech is every night. So now it's getting busier, but yeah.
People will be able to watch these dances choreographed by senior members of the dance program, as well as a special guest and other classes.
I am in 2 pieces for the spring concert. I think just being in the atmosphere of rehearsals and being on stage, it's just a super cool environment, and I love getting to dance with all these incredible and talented people.
Tickets are on sale now online or at the Lindenwood box office here in Jay Scheidegger Center. Lindenwood students and faculty are free, but everybody else will have to pay $10 to see the show. I'm Elaine Ottens for Lindenwood News.
That's it for this edition of Lindenwood News. I'm Rachel Goebel.
And I'm Jack Garner. Thanks for joining us.